I'd like to welcome you, Malik, to Contact Center World. Thank you for joining us today. I understand you're based in Jakarta.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Raj. I'm based in Jakarta, and thank you very much for welcoming me to Contact Center World. This is my very first time joining this forum, biggest forum. So yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, you're very welcome. And how are things with the coronavirus? I understand you've been working remotely for a few months now.
Yeah, I think almost 3 months we are working remotely right now. This due to this COVID-19 outbreak. So yeah, I think we get used to it.
It's a very different world we're in now, my friend. And how is that affecting the companies that you're working for?
Sorry, come again?
Yeah, the company you work for. How is that affecting you? Everybody works from home.
Yeah, everybody is working from home because the government is not allow us to work from the office, right? So
Right.
all the which is not part of the companies who are listed to work on the office, we need to work from home. So that's why all of my team is affected. We are working from home right now.
And just for the benefit of all of our members who are watching this, can you just tell us a little bit about your company? What's the company do?
Yeah, so basically, I'm so happy to share. I'm currently working in Buzzer Indonesia. So basically, Buzzer is the platform for a customer who enable customers to book the ticket for bus online. So nowadays, customers are easy to get a train or a flight ticket online. However, for bus ticket is quite challenging. So that's why Buzzer available or enable customer to book the ticket for buses.
Okay, I guess right now there's probably not too many people taking buses though.
In Indonesia, still many people are using buses as their transportation alternative because not all the routes are covered by the other transportation basically. So that's why bus industry is much bigger in Indonesia.
Okay, and how big is your contact center then? You know your customer service contact center.
Okay, so basically we still in a small team currently since we still growing our company right now. It's still a very less number of people, still less than 20 people in my contact center right now. So that's why we still growing and we just starting this company last year basically. So that's why we still growing up.
Wow, so it's a new business as well.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you. I wanted to talk to you today because I understand you have lots of experience with customer engagement, and I wanted to ask you, you know, what's some questions about your opinions of customer experience. What do you think is important these days when it comes to customer experience?
Yeah, so basically, I've been working in customer service field for over 7 years. And nowadays, I think customer experience is much important because customer experience will make the customer happy, right? Once customer happy, they will stay with us. They will loyal with the company, and they will keep using our product. Once they keep using our product, they will give us the revenue. It will increase the revenue for the company, and it will become the most powerful marketing strategy for sure with zero cost. Because they will referring to their friend and their family how they experience using our products, and this will reduce the cost a lot. Because to acquire the new customer will cost very pretty much compared to maintaining the existing one, I think. And then I think because nowadays customer has the power, we give them power. They have a lot of option to buy the same product in another platform, which is same industry like us. So what make us what make them stay is the great customer experience.
Interesting. I thank you for that. Now, I was looking at your job profile, and I understand with one company you used to be a customer happiness improvement manager. What exactly is that, and how do you measure that?
Oh yeah, so basically I've been worked in one of the company as customer happiness process improvement manager.
Right.
So basically the key role for this position is be a project manager for customer happiness team. So I have been worked to identify all the process gap for customer happiness, and then identify the customer pain points for customer happiness to improve the customer experience, such as if there is any issue with the customer, or is there any what is the customer concern, and we need to work on that by collaborative with some another teams. And also, I'm also looking for the tools which is suitable for the customer service team. What is the effective tools that can be used and suitable for the company for sure. Then it will reduce the customer pain point as well. So basically, it's more just it's more to the role who are identify all the process gap and work on that and do some improvement to improve the customer experience. I think that's the key role of that position.
So when you're looking at those gaps and improvements, how do you identify those gaps? Is it down to people complaining, or do you actually go and talk to lots of customers on a continual basis to get feedback on what they like and what they dislike?
Okay, so basically, to understand the customer pain points, the first thing we need to look out is first, I will be using the existing data based on the ticket trends that we have, that we receive from the customers. What is the major trends from the customer? What they need from us? So based on that, we can work on that. We can work on the improvement. What things need to be done, and other than that, from the existing data, we can look out some other information as well by doing some research or best research and benchmark for sure, some competitor analysis by how is the customer concern in some same industry like us. So we just work on that to improve and provide over some great experience to the customers.
Okay, excellent. Now there's a lot of tools out there that people use to measure customer experience or customer engagement. There's NPS and there's various other programs out there. There's customer effort. What do you believe is a really good way to measure customer experience?
I think there are certain way to measure the great customer experience. I think each of the company has their own approach. But what is the best practice that I've been doing to measure the customer experience? I think we need to look out the customer journey map first. We need to analyze end-to-end customer journey process. By having the understanding the customer journey process, that will give an insight how is the interaction in every step of the customer journey. So we need to exercise the customer journey from the beginning until the end of the journey. And then I think we need to look out also the review. It can be customer service review, CSAT score, and NPS review. CSAT score will give us the understanding of how happy customer interact with us. And NPS review will give us an overall understanding how is the customer perception of our product. Are they willing to refer our products to their friend or family? Because NPS will give all this information. It can be related to product, process, or people, or it can be the service itself. And also, I think it can be done by using the net effort score. Some of the company are implementing this kind of method, basically. So they just put the scoring. I mean, they ask the customer to rate them how difficult or how easy the customer to get help from the company. So all these things needs to be measured. And then I think the most important thing also, we need to look out the ticket trends of the customer service. That is the most important things, because once we get the data for ticket trend, by analyzing the ticket trends, that will give an insight how is the customer concern, what is the customer pain point. We have been talking about it before. So by understanding the customer pain point, that will give us an insight on how customer perception of us, what they need from us. And also the thing is, I think we can also doing some survey. Survey can be done online, or it can be direct interview by inviting them and collecting them and ask them directly, or it can be done from the customer service itself. I think there is some of the other way also that can be done by the company to measure the customer experience. But I think those key factors that I already mentioned is the most important thing to look out once we need to measure the customer experience. Once we analyze all this information, that will give us clear information on how customer perception of us.
Okay, interesting. So, for somebody who's starting fresh and, they may be like yourself, a new business, they've gone out into the world, they're starting to provide services and they want to do a customer journey map because they've heard of it from you. Where do they start, and what is a customer journey map, if you had to describe it briefly?
Okay, so to understand the customer journey map, I think we need to look out. We need to know who is our customer and what product we will offer to customer, and what platform that we are going to use. So by having all this understanding, this will give us an insight on how we can create the customer journey map. I think the customer journey map will need to consider all the process and all the interaction with the customers. So from the beginning, from the pre-booking process until the after-booking process, that need to be measured and mapped in the customer journey. So we need to consider all of these things in one place, and do some evaluation, end-to-end process from the beginning until the end.
Okay, thank you. Now, you also mentioned getting feedback and surveys. What if sometimes when we do surveys, organizations do surveys, they get a very low response. How do you, based on your experience, how do you encourage people to do surveys? Do you have to give them something like an incentive, or is there a better method without you having to give away much to get feedback?
Okay, so basically there are so many ways to get customer feedback. Sometimes it's hard to get the feedback, but what I've been done based on my experience to get the customer feedback, it can be from the customer service itself for sure, through the customer service survey, or it can be done through interview. We can offer some incentive for sure, or maybe some discount to them, just to invite them to an interview. We can offer something like that, and also we can create some group online. This is the most important thing. I think most of the company are realizing this method. It create more powerful insight, because once we are able to create one community for the customers. It can be online, or it can be instant messaging like WhatsApp or Telegram or Facebook itself. By creating a group and make the community for customers to share the feedback and perception, or what they need of our brand, this will give us an insight and engagement to customers. Once we can manage the engagement with the customers, they will start giving them their feedback of our products. I think we need to manage the engagement first with the customers. But the things that we need to know how to manage the engagement, we need to create some group online like this, or do some survey and some activity with the customer. Sometimes in my previous company, we also having some activity with this community, like having outside fun gathering, something like that, just to manage the engagement and make them loyal with us and give their genuine feedback with us. I think that is the best way.
Okay, excellent. And talking about customer satisfaction, do you think there's a good link between customer satisfaction and loyalty? You know, if I'm a satisfied customer, is that going to make me more loyal, or is loyalty a different thing in your opinion?
I think the happiest customer will loyal with the product or with the company. That is why great customer experience will impact to customer loyalty. Because nowadays I think the customer loyalty is not based on the product and price anymore. I think customer is looking something really unique. What is the unique things from the product or from the brands? Because as I said before, the customer has the power now. They have a lot of option out there. Some of the player or competitor who are selling the same product like us.
Yep.
But what make the customer stay with is something unique, which is customer experience. I think customer experience is the unique selling point that can be offered to the customers, that can make the customer loyal with our products.
Okay, excellent. Now, another question is, in this day and age, we have so many channels to contact a company. Sometimes we can walk into a branch, we can phone them, we can chat with them, we can send them emails. Do you think the service that companies give should be consistent across all those channels, or do you think there's a variance is acceptable? For example, you know, if you walk into a store, you might get service within 5 minutes, but if you phone them, you expect service within 30 seconds. What's your take on that?
Okay, yeah, I think this is back again to the company itself. Each company has their own approach, I think, because it's considering their customer behavior basically. But what I've experienced, based on my experience, I've been working customer service and also contact center right now.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays customer are online, everything are online. So I think the best way the best channel to provide is the online channel, which is more convenient to customers. Because I think all of the people currently are seeking help through online, right? So we need to provide the online channel to customer, but which online channel are most effective channel to the customer? I think the first thing we need to consider is what is the convenient channels to the customers. We need to understand the convenient channel to the customers, and then we need to look out is the channel is effective for us, or is it suitable with the company or not. But what I'm thinking is, I think live chat is the best channel to have for a company, since this is the effective channel. We can provide or offer live interaction with the customers, with multiple customers directly, and at the same time we can offer great experience because we having a live interaction. So customer did not consume the customer time too much. So I think live chat channel is the best way to have.
Now, tools like WhatsApp are very, very popular in Indonesia, I understand. So, you know, have you seen more people using things like WhatsApp compared to Facebook for service, or are they using other social media channels?
Yeah. So one interesting fact in Indonesia, most of the people are using WhatsApp right now.
Okay.
So that's why, yeah, some of the company, I think most of the company are using WhatsApp as their channel right now. They start implementing and integrating WhatsApp chat with the customers. That's why I'm saying that we need to provide the live chat for the customers, because in what I saw in Indonesia, customers are frequently using chat. They're most convenient to chat with someone who can help them. So that's why WhatsApp is the best way to have.
Interesting. And how important is it for contact center leaders in particular to focus on making sure their staff are happy if their staff are providing customer service?
Yeah, I think this is extremely important to have happy customer service, because why? Customer service is a person who are engaging with the customer, right? They interact with the customers. So it is important to manage their emotional because once their emotional is stable or customer service is happy, they can this will impact how they handling the customers. It can be make the customer happy, or it can be make the customer more irate. So it's depending on how customer service handling the customers. But I think the most important thing is we need to develop the team to having a customer service mindset. By having service mindset, they will start doing the job with the heart. So they're willing to serve the customer in whatever the situation or whoever and however the customer situation are. So they're ready to serve in whatever the condition. So I think the once the customer service happy, customer will also happy, and once the customer happy, they will stay with us. So the customer service happiness is the key for customer experience, I think.
Okay, excellent. Just moving on a little bit to give some tips to people who are watching this. What, in your experience, what are the simple mistakes that sometimes companies make when they look at customer service? Things that they can easily fix.
Okay, so I think from my perspective, what I've been experienced, what mistakes from the company are they are claim that they're customer centric company. They are really care about their customer, but they didn't mean it. When I say they didn't mean it, they just provide the customer service team for customer to get help. But the culture and all the team did not having the customer service customer centric mindset. So the customer service team will only be suffered for this situation. So I think the mistake is the company did not clearly understand what is the customer centric mindset is in a real life. I think the customer service, customer centric mindset is having all the team across the organization having the service mindset by putting the customer on priority. So whatever they done in their individual work, they will put the customer first. So by having all this mindset, I think we can achieve the great customer experience, and the business will start growing, and it will become more bigger than ever.
Okay, excellent, excellent. That's really good. So, some really good advice there, my friend. Lots of good information and based on your experience. And what I want to do is, just before we finish, I'm going to ask you some very quick questions. But for the purposes of the interview, I want to thank you for sparing us some time today. I know it's challenging times, and I appreciate everything that you're doing. So thank you for your support and for helping out all those Indonesians as well get around with transport, because I know transport in Indonesia is chaotic at the best of times.
Yeah. I'm so happy to share my experience with all the people around the world by joining the contact center world. Thank you for having me, Raj. I'm so happy for that. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I hope you stay safe.
Yeah. Stay safe for you too.
Thank you.